up here?
You never mind, Ranma. Take shampoo to date.
I'm not a bowl of instant noodles, you know. And what do you two think you're doing here? Come back here!
Hey everyone, JRR here, and it seems today I need to go over more roleplay aid. I'm doing this as more of a response to the situation of the fact that, yes, people still don't seem to get it. Now, I'm not going to go beat around the bush and pummel items I've already covered. I will be nice and put little captions down, yeah, for what items it's covered under, but it came to my attention that I gave precise examples for issue 1, 2, and 3, and people just assume nothing else counts but those specific issues, which is true. But here's the thing about issue 1, 2, and 3. All three of those issues, there's more than just one example. There really is. And I've gone over different examples, but they all leaned about the same way, which people don't seem to understand. So, today, I'm going to go ahead and add more vague examples. They seem vague, but you'll see it more when you roleplay, that these things do happen, but this way you understand exactly what it's classified under, if it's issue 1, 2, or 3. Now, one great example is a recent thing that came up. It's how characters react to certain statements. Now, again, this goes with character premise, which I've already covered. But not all characters are going to be like, I want to destroy the world, and I'm going to be scowling about it. I'm going to be Anakin Skywalker, and I'm going to scowl, even when I'm happy. This is happy. This is my happy face. Prepare my happy face. Here it is. My angry face. My pleased face. Not every character does that. Some characters are out of their fucking mind. Look at the Joker. He's out of his goddamn mind. But he is determined to instill chaos into Gotham. That's what he's going to do. That's his job. That's what he feels is necessary. That is what he does. Does he do it in the most sane possible ways? Hell no. In fact, most evil doesn't have to be the most sane thing out there. Hell, most good guys aren't even sane anymore. Look at Deadpool. But let me give you a case in point. I'm going to go with a cartoon just because it makes the most sense. This is a villain reacting to a good guy. This is a villain reacting to a good guy. Keep that in mind. You ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's see. Let's go.
Can it protect you from damage?
Yes. Dib, the good guy, got smacked in the face with a sandwich. This is just to stall for Zim to escape. That's it. That was the whole reason behind it. To stall. Zim's the bad guy. He knows what it's going to take to deal with the good guy. Was he absolutely serious about it? He was serious about firing that motherfucker. Yes, he was serious about having Gur fire that sandwich. He was serious. The objective was still done. But it wasn't the same thing most people expect. Especially nowadays for roleplay, they expect all villains to be should have put out a gun, shot him in the face. Yeah, he probably should have, but you know what? It sounds just a little bit more insulting. It just is. But again, it keeps the character premise. Just that simple. Zim's accepted the fact that Gur's going to do something random and stupid, but it's going to work. He's accepted that. The reason why I'm bringing this up is because some people forget that the Joker, Deadpool, Gur, Zim, people like that, they're going to forget these villains are out of their mind. They're going to forget Deadpool as a good guy is out of his mind. They're going to forget things like this, and they're going to go, oh, you're not serious, or you're just joking around, or you're just dicking around. If you remember how most of the bad guys, well, how most of the villains regarded the Joker, most people see him the same way. Oh, he's just dicking around. He may be dicking around, but he's dead serious on what his goal is. So when you look back at it, it doesn't matter how insane a character is or how crazy they may act. Their goals are their goals. Just because it's not the way you want things to be done, doesn't mean it's out of regs. It doesn't mean it's making no sense at all. To them, it makes perfect sense. I mean, that'd be like Deadpool coming up to you, setting down a chicken, and walking away. You're like, what the fuck is this chicken for? They find out 5 minutes later, someone's chasing Deadpool, runs to the chicken, stops, and runs away. You're like, why would he place it here with me? It makes no sense. It doesn't make sense to you. But to his logic, he knew they were coming this way. He knew they were coming this exact line. So he preempted their line with something they fear to send them away, which bought him time to do what he needs to do. You see how that works? Character premise. It doesn't have to be the most complicated trap ever. It just has to work in their view. And I point this out because it's an issue 3 item usually. The reason why I say it's an issue 3 item, I'll give you an example. A while ago, my character Laser started falling insane. So he has little energy bubbles, which we went over in thought boxes. See how this works? Now, these bubbles go back and forth on their level of insanity, and they argue with themselves. This is to show his constant struggle between his sanity and insanity, because he flips very easily. So it's showing a constant struggle. People go, oh, he's doing that to be like Deadpool. No, it's showing you exactly what his mind is going through, so you don't think, when he says something random, that his energy is just doing it just to do it. No, his energy is right behind him having an argument with itself. So you're going to see what's coming before it happens. Well, if you have a brain, you're going to see what's coming before it happens. And as it's arguing, sometimes Laser will actually dismiss one. That shows that he's got more control at the time, he can get rid of one. He'll dismiss it the best he can. But it always pops back, it's always there. This being said, like I said, people are going, oh, you're just trying to be like Deadpool. No, this is a warning symbol. Sure enough, people who actually paid attention knew what was coming when Laser started running around shooting people in kneecaps with a prop gun. Just to do it. Why? It seems like he's just doing it to do it. No, he's marking people. If you paid attention to the warning boxes earlier, you would have saw that. The reason why I'm bringing it up now is because another person got hit with, you're not serious. And they say that, they cross the information. How can I say this? Well, I say this is an issue 3 item. It is. Because people freaked out about Laser, they spoke out of character to me as the player. And I've already had to deal with that way. Another person who's role-playing did something in character that fit their character. Like Gurr shooting the sandwich. Okay, the situation was Dib intercepted Zim from trying to stop him from doing whatever plan it was he was doing. I think it had something to do with infected rats or something. Gurr, for Gurr's post, he shot a sandwich at Dib. This is a serious attack from Gurr. This is a serious attack. It looked insane, it looked stupid, it looked silly, but from Gurr, from the robot, it was a legitimate attack. Now, the reason I'm bringing this up is because, like I said, another person was role-playing, and they responded in terms of their character. The person goes through, deletes the post, and then comes back at the player, stating that they're not serious. I hope that guy or girl never runs into people who play the Joker, The Rock, Deadpool, Spider-Man. Do I need to go on? Raphael, Michelangelo, The Flash. You see what I'm getting at? Just because the response he got wasn't what he wanted, he deleted the post. That would be like you're showing up to shoot the sandwich, and then Dib goes, I don't accept that. It's a sandwich, it's food, I don't accept that. That's an issue 3 item. If you can't accept what a character is doing, then simply get rid of them. For Facebook, just get rid of them. For AOL, it's a little bit harder to just get rid of somebody because it's kind of hard to say they're not being serious. That's their character. Guess what? You're fucked. So, it's kind of hard for me to sit here and point out things like that. But at the same time, it's pretty damn easy just because the fact I can show y'all that clip and it's right there playing today. I mean, seriously, what else can I say about that? It's obvious. That right there shows you people who are trying to get away from the good guy so they can continue their plan for world domination by using a sandwich. By projectile firing a sandwich at a hero. Surprise! Now, we all know issue 1 is people cannot fucking leave well enough alone. And normally, I know I'm guilty of this because I'm back on issue 3. Obviously, I can't leave well enough alone because people are being stupid still. But the reason why I bring up issue 1 is because if you make friends with somebody, well, at least on Facebook, if you make friends with somebody and you expect them to roleplay, and they roleplay with you, and it's what you don't want their style, you don't like their style, it doesn't fit what you want to go for, and you back off, you're not leaving well enough alone. You're not giving them any reason that you're backing off. You're being a dick. If you simply state, okay, to be perfectly honest, I'm not in the mood for this kind of roleplay. Later on, I'll come back and try to talk to you or something. Fine, Danny, most people accept that. They will. Some people will just be like, okay. Reason being is because what you see for your character and what they see for their character will not always line up. It won't. I mean, let's be honest. If it always lined up, Joker would have beaten Batman 500 times over. There's going to be a flaw somewhere. Either Joker's flaw or Batman's flaw. One of them is going to flaw. One of them is going to have one. And that's the one thing I don't seem to understand is people cannot accept other role players like that. I'm not saying, oh, just go do crack role play. No, because that is usually what happens when people think others are being insane. Because they've done crack role play and it's like, oh, another person that's doing crack role play. Well, I'm not doing a crack status. You see the problem. This is why I tell people, if you're going to do crack roleplay, stay out of serious roleplay. If you're going to do serious roleplay, stay out of crack roleplay. Serious roleplay being defined as actual storylines for your character, where you actually go premise, development, evolution, that kind of stuff. Where your character is taking the storylines and applying it to them to evolve into a different type of character. It's still the same character, but different type, different, what's the word? Down the path. They're going down their life path, per se. Where everything that's happened in the storyline is applicable. Most people really can't do that for their character. They see someone else and they go, oh, you're not doing what I want you to do, fuck it, click. If you want to do something, or if you want people to do what you want them to do, that's called writing notes. That's called writing stories. That's called screenplay writing, or all that happy crap writing. That's over there. Roleplay is allowing the other person to react to what you have done in the role they have chosen to act out. If you cannot accept that from other people, then what you need to do is get the fuck out of roleplay in general. Don't even worry about going to Hollywood to become an actor. Don't even worry about that. No, seriously, don't worry about being an actor. Don't ever worry about role-playing. Don't even worry about playing certain video games, because guess what? If you respond a certain way in a video game, especially your role-play games, and it's not the way you like, not all games will give you the option to back up and try it again. You've had to start over, get back to that point, and then answer differently to get the response you want, even though it's not the response you wanted to give. So people, focus. When I say leave well enough alone, leave well enough alone. Don't be stupid and don't go, well, your roleplay is boring to me. Well, again, people don't have ESP. If you want to be if you want to be chased by the cops, if you want your character to be chased by the cops, and you go to, say, I don't know, I'll give an example of a person I usually play around with every so often, Aiko. Eiko is a law-abiding citizen, and you're being chased by cops. You better come up with a quick reason on why she should guard you, and you better make it good, and you better make it quick. Otherwise, guess what? You're the villain. She sees cops running, you're the villain. Boom, you're hit from her. Well, I wanted to look like a badass and get to be with her and date her and all that happy crap. But I wanted her to see that I'm actually a badass. Well, she's a law-abiding citizen, and you have cops chasing you, and you went near her. And if I remember correctly, half the time the person or persons who play Eiko, because I've seen another role player that didn't do Eiko, but was doing something else pretty close, random story. But they happen to be trying to learn to be a superhero. So they learn, I gotta stop crime, even if it's near me. If it's near me, I gotta stop it. So guess what? If you're a crook, you go near Eiko, and her mom is Superman, or her mom is Wonder Woman, and her dad is Superman, guess what her mentality is going to tell her? Knock the crook the fuck out. Stop the crook. It doesn't matter if it looks like you're guilty or innocent. If the cops are chasing you, she's going to try to knock you out. It's just that simple. I can go into examples of like role-play storylines where Laser pretty much set up the world to blow up 9/10 of, well, he didn't blow up 9/10 of it, he blew up a good chunk of it because the nuclear reactors all went critical at the same exact time. Eiko wanted to fight, but she already knew the difference. Like, she could try to fight, but she knows she'd lose. So her plan was to apparently hear out what Laser had to say, figure out why he did it, and see if she could reason with him because she knew physical force would not work. Again, that's keeping with character premise. It's understanding what your limits are compared to your enemy and adjusting. But, in the same token, staying in character. It wasn't that happened and she goes, oh, I can't beat him, I'm going to side with him now. No, she heard it out. She's like, okay, why did you do this? There's got to be a reason. Now, of course, some other characters just said gung-ho and attacked. That's a whole nother story. But again, keeping the character premise. Now, for those of you who've kept up and you know what issue 1 is, and you know issue 2 happens to be, of course, people cannot read and or listen. They just can't. And issue 3 is across roleplay meta game knowledge. You'll notice that I stated character development, premise, evolution, all that. That is just general roleplay knowledge. Boom. The 3 issues are 3 issues that come up as a problem for roleplay. You see the difference? I can keep going on and on and on and on and on, but that just bored the hell out of everybody. So I'm going to look for... No, I actually have a clip to end out on, and that will be my good night to you guys. So have a good night, and if you're going to roleplay according to character premise. Remember, you can't control everybody. Just keep that in mind.
Leg sweep! Nope. Sweep! Nope. Just don't jump and it'll work.